Well, hello and welcome to my latest video. I'm on the Brompton. Yes, I'm on the Brompton, and I'm in, yes, look at this view, look at this view, look at this view. I'm in Swanage on the Isle of Purbeck in Dorset, and I'm looking here from the little pier thing, looking towards Old Harry Rocks. There you can see, right in the centre of the picture, just the outline of Old Harry Rocks, just there at the end of the cliff. As we pan round Swanage Bay, what do we see? Down here we see a Brooks cambium saddle, we see a set of handlebars, and we see Senor Brompton. Isn't that nice of him? He did a little launch and then a fly just for you. A few early morning doggers are out walking their dogs, walking themselves in some cases. We pan round Swanage Bay. Isn't that beautiful? And deserted. It's about 6:30 in the morning, in case you're wondering what I'm doing up quite so early. This statue was built by the Romans and celebrates Bromptonia, the god of the Brompton. Let us focus in on her. Is it her or is it a man? Is it perhaps an early representation of both? Long hair, the hint of a breast. Just what you need. 6:30 on a morning. But 6:30 for me. I don't know what time it is for you. Look as he or she gazes longingly at my Brompton. You're not having it unless you pay, I don't know, 1,500 quid eBay. What do you reckon? Plus fees. Fair price. Swanage, of course, is by the sea. There is fishing in Swanage. There are fishing boats. I wouldn't, however, say it's a major fishing centre on the south coast. But there is fishing. Main catch, cod, a bit of haddock, the odd battered sausage, chicken and mushroom pie, curry sauce, and chips, of course, which are caught in vast numbers for the delectation of tourists and locals, no doubt, who like their chips. Now this is the town hall in Swanage. And you might wonder, why is the town hall in a tin pot place like Swanage got such an ornate frontage over its door with these statues of Princess Charlotte and Louise, heirs to the throne. Which throne, I'm not sure. And the reason is that these were brought here, I believe, from the old City of London town hall. In London, of all places. Now this attractive little building here was built in the 19th century by some of the young people in Swanage who got fed up with the amount of dogging that was taking place in some of the beauty spots. So they built this, what they called a dogging kennel, and it has a kind of glass door. Enabled people to go in and do the business with their dogs, be watched by people through the glass door. So everybody was happy, although it is reported, not the dogs. This is the town pump and was used from the 9th century onwards to draw water. The townsfolk used to come here with their paper and their pencils, their watercolours, their pastels, their oils, and they used to draw the water. And some of the pictures of the water you can still see in some of the houses round about Swanage. And it's a great hobby in these parts, apart from, of course, the dogging. Brooks as many of you will know who follow my channel regularly, is the make of saddle that I'm currently using on the Brompton, a Brook Cambion this is. But the Brook family are also well known for running a tea room, serving morning coffee, luncheons, afternoon teas this way in Swanage. So you would have to say a family of many talents, makers or purveyors of tea and morning coffees and lunches and afternoon teas and so forth, and makers of a rather comfortable and attractive bicycle saddle. Do you not wish you had such a eclectic Catholic mix of skills? I certainly do. This is the opera Carmen, which is about a Spanish family who spend a lot of time riding their Bromptons. And you can see it's performed live on stage in Swanage, avec Bromptons. And one of the great Bromptonians singing in the lead. George Bizet, who very famous singer, appeared at the Platinum Jubilee along with, was he the blind one? No, that was Ed Sheeran. No, he didn't appear at all. It was Freddie Mercury. No, Freddie Mercury wasn't there, but it was Queen. Yes, Queen were there. And the very old one. Which was the very old one? The one who didn't sing. Rod Stewart? No, Diana Ross. Yes, Diana Ross, allegedly. Swanage was one of the first towns on the south coast to ban the use of cycling altogether in favour of cars, caravanettes, motorhomes, camper vans, things like that. And if you are seen with a cycle, a bicycle, you are liable to be confiscated and the bicycle thrown into the sea. And one of the great sports in Swanage is diving. Diving for wrecks, including the wrecks of Bromptons, which have been thrown into the sea. So yeah, I am forced to ride anonymously in great disguise and to pretend that my bike is in fact an e-bike, which is allowed in Swanage, although mechanical bikes like my Brompton are not. The phallic symbol on the right hand side to the right of the sign there that you can see by the lamppost is a statue to John Molam, the man who first designed the Brompton back in the 17th century. Now this may look to you like a very large deck chair with a Brompton in front of it, but it is in fact a normal sized deck chair with a very small Brompton in front of it. It's one of the latest Airfix models, in fact, and you can get a Brompton, a plastic Airfix Brompton, which you can put together, folds up, unfolds like a normal Brompton, and then you go for a ride on it. But I wouldn't go too far, if I were you. You can paint it in camouflage colours like a Lancaster bomber or a tank like you used to do when you were a child. And great fun can be had with that particular hobby, as with other hobbies in Swanage. Right, so I just got into trouble. I was cycling along this road on which you are not supposed to be cycling. But I mean, it's a Brompton, isn't it? It's not really a bicycle. Anyway, a very fierce lady, well, I say she was fierce, but anyway, a very fierce lady was walking along. And I passed her, gave her a pleasant smile, as I do. And she said, "The road is closed to everyone, and that includes you." Which I thought was, well, I suppose, in my defence, actually I haven't got a defence, there was a sign that clearly said no cycling. I was cycling, and she did no more than point out the fact to me. However, she then proceeded to attack me, and she grabbed my Brompton. I wrestled with her. She got one of the grips. I got a grip on her. She got a pedal. I got a pedal. She got a saddle. I got a wheel. And then the whole thing came apart. Not me, not her, but the Brompton. And we got a bit each. But luckily, I managed to follow my own instructions, put the Brompton back together, and here it is. So I could take this particular bit of video. So the question is, do I risk further cycling and serious trouble, or do I give it up as a bad job? Wait and see. Leave a comment down below if you have an idea about what you think Julian should do next. So I'm on this, what would you call it? Jetty. It's not really a jetty. It's something that jets out into the sea, on which you can stand and walk and sit, I suppose, and contemplate the wreckage of your life, which is what I'm doing at the moment. There's a cyclist. Don't cycle, you'll get into trouble, you'll get attacked by fierce ladies. There's a dog there doing something. Is the dog having shit? I'm entirely sure. It's kind of squatting in a way, isn't it? It's hard to tell with dogs. Sometimes shit comes out of both ends. Much like some of my videos, many of you may say, dog's had enough, dog's going. Bye-bye, dog. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, dog. He's gone. Not quite, not quite. You can still see him. You can still see him. Man there is lying on the ground. No, he's not. Thought he was. Anyway, I'm going to lose the dog. Lose the dog. Dog's coming back. I wonder why that is. He can't get enough of my Brompton. If he cocks his leg against my Brompton, I shall not be happy. I won't be happy if the dog does it either. Ho, ho, ho. Everyone a winner. There's a camper van. I don't know if you can see that sign. It says no cocking. Well, I'm sure I saw that dog cocking its leg. It's not going to cock its leg against my Brompton. And it's not going to cock its leg against my camper van either. And I am not allowed to do any cocking in my camper van. Not that there was ever much chance of that. Well, I am mindful of the fact that you haven't seen much of me in this video. And for some of you that may be a good thing, for some of you that may be a bad thing. But anyway, I thought I'd end with a little shot of me in Swanage next to the Brompton. That's the saddle, isn't it? Hard to see what you see, because I see what I see. But then we all see what we see. If only we could see through other people's eyes how different the world would look. And if that person had a poor eyesight, like me, the world would look pretty much the same as it looks to me. And on that note, I wish you all, my friends, a very happy day.